Good morning, everybody. This is Jesse with Fishing the Dream, and this morning we're going to do a honest review on the Lectric EXP 2.0 bicycle. My wife and I both have bicycles. We've had them for about 3 months, and I wanted to wait till I got some miles on it. My bicycle, I'm right at about 300 miles on it. I wanted to wait till I got to 5, but I figured I'd just go ahead and do it at 3 and give you some reviews on it. Tell you what you're looking for, what you can expect with this bicycle. There are some drawbacks with the bicycle, and there are some pluses with it. So we'll get right into it and take a look at the bikes, and you decide whether or not this is the kind of bike for you. Now, as I said before, we both have Lectric EXP 2.0s. As you can see, I have the black and blue model, and I chose this particular style because it has a taller standover height on the frame, so it gives me a little more ground clearance, and I prefer that in a bicycle. You can see that they are equipped with disc brake front and back. It has a very sturdy kickstand. The pedals are flip away, which when you compress them, they fold up along with the rest of the bicycle. They're not easy to do one-handed, or I would show you. The bicycle, I've got to say, I'm completely impressed with it. It's got a short travel front shock on it, which absorbs a little bit of bumps. You can lock it out so that it doesn't move, so you don't lose any pedal momentum. And it also has an adjustable rebound. They come with a standard headlight, which it's bright, but on my wife, she opted for the upgrade version and got a little bit larger one, which hers is definitely a little brighter. They have good standover clearance, and the women's model, or the white model here, has a lower step through for the ladies if they prefer a lower sweeping frame, so they can get in and out of it more easily. My wife also opted for the larger cushion spring seat. And I have to admit, I rode the bicycle. Mine does not have it, and it is a much more cushy ride. It's far better ride than my bicycle. I may later down the road get one of these. It not only does it have the spring seat, but it also has a spring seat post, so that it goes up and down and absorbs some of the shock when you're riding. Now, both bicycles come with the rear rack, and it's a pretty sturdy rack. You can put some stuff on it. I've actually used this bicycle to go fishing. I've attached my backpack on it, and I've carried my fishing rods on it, and it's done just fine. Like I said, I recently had a flat on it, and I just haven't got it fixed yet. Now, these bicycles are not light by any means. They weigh about 65 pounds. So, it takes a little bit to heft them around if you want to pedal them. So, that being said, you got to know the limitations of the bicycle and your limitations, because you don't want to get too far away from the bicycle with the bicycle out in the country and have to pedal back knowing that this thing weighs 65 pounds. So what I've done is I've rode this for up to almost 300 miles. I've kind of gauged how much this bicycle will travel, and I got to say I'm pretty pleased with it. It's got 5 settings, easy to readout screen here. All you have to do is press the button right here to turn it on, and as you can see, it's pretty easy to read. It tells you how many miles you've ridden. It tells you what gear or speed you're in, because it has 5 speed settings. It has a speed controller. and it has 7 gears, and the gears are on the rear of the bicycle. Now, I rode this for, like I say, almost 300 miles, and I have noticed that you can't get much more out of the speed controller. You can go through 1 through 4 on there and get just about as much as you're going to get. 5 basically does nothing. And I'll show you. You press the up button for your speed controller, and it will post that number on the screen, and that tells you what speed you're in on your speed controller. And it has a minus button for dropping that speed down. So I basically took it back to 0. So you got to consider riding this bicycle. Like I say, I put almost 300 miles on it. It is comfortable. It is exactly what they said it was going to be. I've had absolutely no mechanical failures except for that flat tire. And that flat tire was more than likely my fault. Now, mind you, each one of the speed controller numbers is a predetermined mile per hour. So I ride this generally at a number 3 on the speed controller, and I get probably at the most 15 to 18 miles out of the bicycle before the battery is completely dead. And that being said, this is the charging point on your bicycle frame. It has a little rubber plug so you can keep it sealed up and not get any debris in there. And the only other thing there's another thing that I just don't particularly care for. So you've got fenders on the bicycle, but you're going to splash mud and debris up onto the frame. And the bad thing is your key is located right here underneath the frame. It also makes me leery that I'm going to lose the key or it's going to fall out. And the one thing that's cool about the key system, each one of these batteries is keyed for the particular battery that it has. So you can't take the key out of her bicycle and put it in mine. It does not work that way. But that is one of the drawbacks. Another drawback is they have small tires, and what that means is it's got more rolling resistance. The larger the tire, the less the rolling resistance. Now, there are mountain bike style electric bicycles out there, but they are very costly. Very few of them reach the price point that these reach with the options that they have. They are $999 straight out of the box. They operate very well. They're put together well. Like I said, they are not cheaply made. And another aspect about the bicycle that a lot of people don't realize is these bicycles fold, and they take up about a 2.5 by 2 square. And here in a little bit I'll fold one up and show you how small it is when it is folded up, which makes for great travel. If you're an RV camper and you want the ease of storage and, you know, just the ease of storing it in places that you wouldn't ordinarily put a regular full-size bicycle. I mean, yes, there are more bicycles out there with a higher price point that are probably, you know, a little more adept at what kind of riding you want. This is by no means an off-road dirt bike, mountain bike combination. It takes nice flat paths. You know, they're made for greenways, riding to the grocery store in the evening from your campsite, or, you know, just going to the pub. They make a great little bicycle for that. I've enjoyed them thoroughly. Another thing you have to consider when purchasing this bicycle, this bike weighs 65 pounds. You got to consider your weight involved in that too. You're going to be pulling all that weight, all the weight of the bicycle and your weight with this bicycle. By no means is this a speed demon. I mean, this isn't one of those ones you're going to take in the back country and, you know, if there's a charging bear, you're not going to get away from them. I mean, you've only got a few options: a high-powered gun, some bear spray, or divine intervention. You know, you're probably going to be eaten. That being said, you got to take into consideration hill climbing and running the speed controller at high throttle all the time. It runs the battery down much quicker. So you got to take that into consideration when you ride them. You've got to gauge how much you want to use your throttle and the pedaling. They're basically, the battery is there for pedal assist. So if you get tired of pedaling, the motor will kick in. As long as you are slowly pedaling, that motor will continuously kick in when it needs to get to the optimal speed that you've got on your speed setting. Like I say, the other drawback to me is the fact that the tires aren't much larger and they have a little more rolling resistance. The plus to these tires are they are 3 inches wide, which gives you a little more flotation over sand and gravel, which I've noticed out here in the Tucson desert, it comes in handy. And you know, if this is one of those kind of niche bicycles, or you know, things that you want when you go camping, they're nice to ride around the campsite. They're, you know, get out and get some exercise. They're great for cardio. They help you keep moving. You know, it's just one of those things. If you have knee injuries or disability, they're great for that type of riding. And like I said, for the price, they're absolutely worth what they are, the asking price. I have no problem with that. Another cool thing with the bicycles, they've all got a loop on them, so on the frame, and it's solid. So if you want to take this bike in a setting, you know, urban setting, you can chain the bike to whatever you want through those loops, and they can't really take off with the bicycle. I mean, they may get away with half of it, but they're not going to get away with the whole bike. So, like I said, if this is the type of bicycle that you're interested in, you know, give Lectric a try. Take a look at their website. They have accessories for the bicycles, and I'll go over some of those accessories. So guys, these electric bikes, they also come with options. Like I said, you can buy the spring post for dampening the ride. You can buy the cushion seat with springs on it. They also sell baskets for front and back for cargo. I also think you can buy panners for these if you want to do a little cross-country stuff with it. Like I said, by no means are they speed demons. I think the max speed without unlocking, there's a program that you can unlock on them that will get them up to about 28 miles per hour. But for the most part, on 4 on the speed controller gets you about 20 miles per hour. And you don't really want to go much more than that because it drains the battery so quickly. And that's another thing. It does come, each bike comes with a charger, and you can put them on the charger for 3 to 4 hours and they're fully charged again. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. And like I said, I will show you a view of the bicycle folded, so you know what you're looking at for transporting it. So let's take a look at that. Like I said, guys, show you a picture diagram of how small the bike is folded up. And like I say, it fits in about a 2.5 by 2 foot footprint, so it's easy to store, it's easy to fold up, it's easy to pick up in the folded position. And as you can see, right here is the battery, and there's the receptacle that goes to the back motor, which is in the back hub. But like I said, that's pretty much the Lectric 2.0 in a nutshell. Bring the thunder. So if you're looking for a something more in a electric bicycle, you're probably going to pay for it. The EXPs, like I say, come in at $999 with just stock options. But if you're looking for something that you're wanting to do off-roading with, that's heavy duty, got more travel, larger wheels, it will cost you. Most electric mountain bikes are anywhere from $12,000 to, you know, $6,000. You can spend as much as you want. Money's no object when it comes to, you know, how far you can go with one of these things. But like I say, for a starter bike and for just getting out and seeing the surroundings for around your campsite, or, you know, getting to a fishing hole that's close, these bicycles are perfect for that. I'm even probably going to develop a rod rack for the back of mine so I can carry a couple rods on the back of it. Like I said, it's a comfortable bike to ride. I can go, you know, all afternoon riding it and not feel fatigued, and I get some cardio out of it. And it's a plus for people who are retired, you know, and you want to get out and get some activity. And it's low impact, like I say. It's one of the better brands on the market, so give them a look. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with them. Well, guys, if this is a type of video you're looking for, or information you're looking for, stay tuned to my channel, Fishing the Dream. There'll be more reviews on other products that we use in our travels. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate your support.